You ever feel like you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but something still feels off? Like you're going to class, you're getting your work done, you're around people, but you don't really feel clear. You don't feel grounded. You just kind of feel like you're drifting. And that's the weird part. Nothing is actually going wrong, and from the outside, everything looks fine. But internally, it doesn't feel that way. Welcome back to Off the Grid. I'm Jacob, and today we're talking about something that a lot of people feel, but don't really talk about. Feeling lost, even when your life looks completely fine. And today I'm not just talking about it with myself. I brought my friend AJ to talk about this experience with this too. Alright, I got AJ here with me. What's up, bro?
What's going on, Jacob? Thanks for having me.
Before we get into it, I just want to keep it simple. AJ, do you ever feel like you're doing everything right, but something still feels off? Like you're just kind of going through the motions?
All the time, man. Especially at a school like this, I feel like I'm doing so much good, but I just get so caught up in the motions. And yeah, I'm constantly searching for something more.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Like it's not even like anything is wrong. It just feels like you're not fully connected to what you're doing. Do you think that's more like confusion or just not having direction?
I honestly don't even know. I think I'm just confused. I think that it has everything to do with the environment that I'm in, and just like learning how to navigate college for the first time. There's just so much that I don't know yet, and there's times where I think I know everything, but then surely soon figure out that I don't, and I just kind of confuse myself. And so yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, don't really relate. But for me, I feel like it's kind of a disconnect. Like I'm doing things, but I'm not fully there mentally, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Why do you feel? Why do you think people feel like this? Like, what causes that feeling of being lost?
Um, I think a good way to put it is um, we are at a Catholic school, and we say we put God first in our lives, but we choose to drown him out with so many different things, especially our phones, which is something our society is so addicted to. Um, but I think we're so lost just because we just find so much pleasure in what's right in front of us and what's tangible, and we don't leave room for the silence to where we can truly encounter our own emotions and thoughts and truly sit in those and understand ourselves, but instead we drown them out and drown out God and in collateral with that. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't relate to that. Do you think it's because um, people don't actually stop and think about their life? Like they just keep moving without asking themselves what they actually want?
But yeah, actually think that's true. I think people, especially myself, I feel like a hypocrite, but I don't stop to to really collect my thoughts. I am very very go 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 person, and so I can relate to a lot of people that may struggle with this. Yeah, you just kind of keep moving, and you don't take time out of the busyness to sit with yourself and sit with your thoughts. And then when you lay your head at night, like all you finally give your brain a chance to think, and it's pretty overwhelming because we just choose to fill all of our time with just things and don't let ourselves think.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that's a big part of it. People just follow what they're supposed to do without even asking why. Have you ever felt like you had a period where you felt like you're just going through the day but not really present? Does anything kind of recall?
Yeah, um, pretty often actually. Um, I feel like especially when it's a day that I'm doing my normal routine, I just think it's so easy to just be like, oh, I've been here before, and so there's nothing special about it, and so I just live the day in my own head and don't get out of my head and get to experience the things around me, and I don't realize it until the end of the day, but it's like, dang, I didn't really live today, and kind of disappointed. So yeah, to answer your question, yes.
Yeah, totally. What did that feel like mentally?
Um, Overwhelming because all I was doing was thinking, and all I was doing was just overthinking and stressing myself out by doing that, and um, like I said, it was just like once you do that for an entire day, and you're like, dang, like I didn't even like get to experience reality today. Like I didn't like, I wasn't attentive to the things around me, and I feel like an essential part of life is doing that and really grounding yourself in living. So yeah, mentally it was just a big strain on me.
Yeah, totally. For me, I feel like some days I'm so focused on what I have next on the agenda that I can't even enjoy my day or realize the odds of even being alive on Earth and how grateful I am for it.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so was there ever a moment that you realized, okay, something feels off?
Yeah, I think the fact that I wasn't like I was self aware that something was wrong, and I knew that there was like a better way. Um, like I acknowledged that I wasn't satisfied and that I like knew that I could be more satisfied than this. So yeah, I'm definitely self aware when that
What
happens.
made you what made you notice that? Was there a specific moment or just something that built up over time?
I think just a lot of repetition of being in the same mindset kind of helped me to
Mm,
realize. It wasn't like a specific instance. Um,
mm.
but yeah, just that constant feeling every day like there's something more than this. There's something I'm missing. And then I just became more aware as those days added on to each other.
Yeah, I feel like it builds slowly
Mm-hmm.
until one day you just notice it.
Yeah.
What do you actually think helps fix that? Like, what brings you back to feeling normal again?
Um, that's a good question.
Thanks.
I think that um, just taking a day to myself where I'm not in my own routine and that I step away from the busyness and just be like, I, I, I feel like I can't function unless I'm busy, but just like acknowledging that like if I continue to make myself busy and don't really acknowledge my own thoughts and reality, then I'm only gonna continue to be in that mindset. So, um, to being able to step back and not fill my plate with so much, not fill my schedule with so many things, and just being able to, you know, live and rest and just like acknowledge everything around me is how I start to feel normal again, and so that I can really engage the life that I'm living currently.
Yeah, for me, it's when I actually stop and think,
Mm-hmm.
not just when I go through the day, but when I actually ask myself, what am I doing right now? Where am I? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Yeah.
We're on this rock floating through space. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Do you think it's more about slowing down?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's about slowing down entirely. Once we slow down and actually collect ourselves and think, I feel like we feel a lot more free and a lot more just like at peace.
Yeah. If someone is listening right now and they feel like this, AJ, what would you tell them?
Um, I would tell them that they should ask themselves why they think they need to be so busy, because I think a big part of it for me was always pride, like, oh, I need to be doing everything and really yeah, just being super involved. But um, yeah, I would just tell them to ask themselves questions like why they're doing these things, and I would also tell them like they can't do the things that they want to do to the fullest ability if they're not taking time to rest and to be with themselves and to collect their thoughts. So it's really important to take rest and not just go go go.
Mm. What's something simple you could do, not like a big change, but something small?
Um, it's like Jacob was saying. It's like you were saying, Jacob. You're not resting when you're scrolling. And so, one small thing you can do is not pick up your phone as soon as you wake up, which I do plenty, and I realize the difference when I don't do it. So yeah, I would just say put your phone far away from you when you wake up, and if you use an alarm, then put the alarm on your phone, and that way you have to get out of bed to go turn it off. But yeah, don't start your day on your phone, and really just start your day just being grounded.
Mm. Mm. Um, yeah, I think it starts small, just being aware of how you feel instead of ignoring it. Um, and take changes, make changes today. It's not impossible to be one of those people that are completely off the grid, that are just living life to the fullest. I think it's very easy. You just gotta start today. one day or day one. Am I right, AJ?
Yes, sir.
I think a lot of people feel this, but they don't talk about it, right, AJ?
Yeah.
And just hearing someone else explain it makes you realize you're not the only one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you've been feeling lost, even when everything looks fine. You're not alone, right, AJ?
Correct. I agree.
It doesn't mean you're not doing something wrong. It just means you haven't fully figured it out. And that's what actually matters to you, right, AJ?
Yes, matters everything.
I think, personally, when I'm just take time to myself, it makes me realize I'm a human being. I'm God's child, and I have so much life to live. And that this gift isn't not everyone can live, you know. The odds of being alive are actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, and we shouldn't waste that time. We shouldn't waste the time that we have on this earth scrolling on our phone, because it's only ticking away from the moments that we have here on earth while our time is very limited.
Do you think part of feeling lost comes from comparing yourself to other people? Like seeing where everyone else is at and feeling you should be somewhere different? I kind of feel like it messes with your head because you don't know if you actually want what they have.
Yeah. I've definitely fallen into that before. Especially here. I feel like initially, like, I look at these people that I really look up to, and these are the same people that are doing so much and are, so involved and have immersed themselves completely. And so, yeah, I feel like I fall into a comparison with, like, statuses, and I want to be like them, and so I just base my whole self on what other people are doing and judge myself on whether or not I'm there not or yet. And that's just such an unhealthy thing to do, because then you lose your grasp on who you actually are, and that's only going to cause you more stress, and you're going to start to either dislike yourself, you're going to fall into an identity crisis where you don't know yourself, and that's just I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
I think this one would be good for you. Do you think people confuse being busy with actually progressing?
100%. 100%. And I think I fall into this all the time as well. Like, yeah, like, you can do things to fill your time that are considered busy work, but aren't going to propel you forward to where you need to be. For example, like, if you are working a job just for the sole purpose of making money, and don't feel like it's advancing you and teaching you skills that you're going to need, then, like, what are you doing it for? If it's just for the money, then you're missing out on so much good experience that you could be doing elsewhere, and still making money as well. So yeah, I think that you can be busy while still staying stagnant, and maybe also digressing.
Yeah, totally. Do you want to kind of dive in on how you're doing Life Teen instead of a normal summer job?
Yeah, I just quickly touch on that. I feel like majority of people right now in my Greater Franciscan are studying abroad next semester in Austria, and want to have a summer job. But I chose to do Life Teen because I really wanted to give back to what I was once received from Life Teen. I was going to those camps as a camper. I had the opportunity to do a mission this summer. And my position at Life Teen is an internship, so that I'm getting a little bit of money, so that I have some spending money when I'm studying abroad, which is helpful. But it is still considered mission, and I value that far more than just getting a job this summer, because I'm most fulfilled when I'm giving myself to these kids that need Jesus so badly, like I did.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, that should be it for us today. Thank you, AJ, for coming on.
Of course. Thank you for having me, Jacob.
Yeah, no problem. You can find AJ at AJ Fernandez on any social media platform. And yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions or opinions, you can just DM AJ. And yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for listening to Off the Grid. My name is Jacob.
And this is AJ.
Have a good one.
Role in who I am today, and